Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim and welcome back to Uncommonkim. So we're summerweening. We are summerweening. Summerween is back. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of different videos and vlogs for you throughout the entire week of Summerween. But this vlog is going to be day 1 and day 2 of Summerween. And for these 2 days, I'm planning on reading the oldest book on my TBR. Now, take your guesses. What do you think the oldest book on my TBR is? And it is a thriller. It's The Taking of Annie Thorne by CJ Tudor. So this is her second ever release. I have read all of her books apart from this one, so I'm very excited to read this as I find her writing very addictive. But in this we basically follow a brother and a sister. So the brother is our main perspective and his sister Annie went missing years and years before, and after 48 hours she reappeared. And then he says she hasn't been it's not the same, it's not her, not his Annie. She's not the same at all, and she will not talk about what happened to her. Now, coming to present day, he has moved back to his small town where all of this happened, and he has had an email saying, "I know what happened to your sister and it's happening again." And that is the reason he has come back to this small quaint town. I'm very excited to read this one and get back into some CJ Tudor vibes because I love her writing and I always find it very addictive and very fast paced. But this is what I'm planning on reading for the first 2 days of Summerween. I don't really have a lot else going on this weekend apart from today being Saturday. I also have my town's carnival, which I might put a few clips in here and there, but apart from that there's not an awful lot going on. I'm just reading, you know, for the vibes. So I'm very excited to read this one. So I'm going to go and I'm going to start it, and I'm going to probably come back and update you every about 100 pages or so with just thoughts, feelings, things like that, and we'll see how we go. But yeah. Hi, I've come to update you. So I am 100 pages into The Taking of Annie Thorne. Oh my god, it's like pure raining. Can you hear it? Mad. It's proper coming down. But yes, I'm 100 pages into The Taking of Annie Thorne and I am enjoying it. However, 100 pages in is a bit slow. A little bit slow. But this is usually what CJ Tudor does, is you kind of don't really have a clue what's going on. And you're kind of there like, what fuck? what relevance does this have? What's this got to do with anything? And then like another 100 pages will go, oh, I get it. So like in the synopsis, it talks a lot about his sister and his sister going missing and his sister coming back and not being the same, and we have heard nothing on that so far, apart from a few small mentions of her name, and a few small snippets of what's happened. Nothing. Because I expected that to kind of be like the prologue, or like the synopsis was going to be the prologue. No, the prologue was fucked. I was sat downstairs reading this, and my mum was like sat next to me, and I literally slammed the book shut, and she was like, "You're right." I was like, "What the fuck have I just read?" Because the prologue was fucked up. And that's kind of when somebody has emailed him and said like, I know what happened to your sister and it's happening again. It's happening again is the prologue, which I understand now, but when I first read it I was like, to what fuck have I just entered? Basically. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm finding it very fast paced. So I'm 104 pages in, 12 chapters in. It's very fast paced, but I enjoy C.J. Tudor's writing, so for me it will be. But at the same time I'm like, give me something. This rain's mad, you know. Perfect reading weather. Perfect Summerween weather. I'm loving this. Yeah, so I'm having a great time. I'm going to try and get to 200 pages today, and then I'm going to like read the other 200 pages tomorrow. That's my plan, which is doable because it's only like half one. Yeah, but I feel like this is very easy just to listen to. I don't necessarily have to read along with it, so I think I might do some journaling and some Summerween colouring. That's the vibe I'm feeling, so I think I'm going to go and do that. I'll probably show you it in the B-reel, and I'll be back when I'm 200 pages in, hopefully telling you that shit has hit the fan. Hello, I have reached the 200 page mark, and I am enjoying it, but I'm still kind of like, what's this got to do with this? What's this got to do with that? And I am 60% of the way through now. I'm still very much like, yeah, okay, it's, if you don't want spoilers, mute me, but while I'm holding the book I'm going to speak spoilers. So I'm a bit confused because I thought this was all going to be about his sister, and I'm 60% of the way through and I know near to nothing about his sister. I know little dribs and drabs, and I know there was some sort of car accident, but otherwise I don't really know anything. But then I thought, okay, maybe it's going to go down more of the route of being about the people that lived in the house before he did, the people in the prologue. But they haven't really popped up either. It's more his past and the Hursts, who he was a part of the Hearst gang when he was at school, which is basically, there was this guy called Stephen Hurst who was a friend of his when he was at school, but he's a really horrible man. And in present day he is like a part of the council, and his son goes to the school where our main character works, but he gets away with murder and bullies people, and he's just a really horrible kid. It's all just mainly about that, and nothing about his sister or anything. Like, we've had little dribs and drabs, but nothing massive. Nothing about the kind of, you know, oh, somebody told me that it is starting again. He's trying to find out who sent him said email, but it's kind of on the back burner, and it's more about this horrible kid who keeps bullying these kids, and it's just kind of like, okay. I was really, it's annoying because I was really looking forward to this, but I'm a bit disappointed. And it's not going to be a 5 because there's not a lot to make it a 5, but if my predictions are correct, it's probably going to be a 3. If it picks up now, the last 40%, it might be a 4, but also might be like a 3.5. But I don't really do 0.5s, so it'd probably be like a low 4. But yeah, I don't know. It's okay, but it's not like, you know, it's not like The Other People, or The Chalk Man, or The Gathering, or The Burning Girls, or The Drift, where they were like, this is a good fucking book, this is keep me gripped. Like, I'm just listening to it now. I'm not physically reading along with it. I might actually start physically reading this last bit, because I think I've got like 150 pages left, so maybe I'll start physically reading it and see how this goes. But yeah, slightly a bit disappointed, but at least it's a book off of my TBR read. At least I can say I've read every book by CJ Tudor. At least it's a TBR vet read, you know. But I'll come back and I will update you now when I have finished The Taking of Annie Thorne, because yeah, not got much left. Summerween Day 1 and Day 2. I have finished The Taking of Annie Thorne by CJ Tudor, and I've given it 4 stars. It made sense. Like, the things I moaned about before, they make sense now. Very twisty-turvy, very good. I enjoyed it, but I don't think it needed to be as long as it was. I say long. about 350 pages. Like 50 pages of it probably could have been taken out quite easily. And I did enjoy it though. I enjoyed the characters and the unexpectedness of it. As always, I never guessed anything, but I never do because I'm shit at guessing. Yeah, it was just a good standard CJ Tudor thriller. It wasn't anything to write home about. It isn't something that I'm gonna scream to the world to read. If you've not read anything by CJ Tudor, The Chalk Man is a good starting place. That was her debut. It was very good. Or The Drift. Actually no, I probably wouldn't say The Drift. I'd either say The Chalk Man or The Gathering. The Gathering was her most recent release, which is like a murder mystery, vampire, supernatural thrillery vibe, and it's very good. Where The Chalk Man is very similar to this, but more gripping, more thrillery, slightly little drizzle of horror in there too, and in my opinion just better. But yeah, if you want to read CJ Tudor, I recommend The Chalk Man or The Gathering to start. Like me, maybe leave this one till last, because out of all of her books, this is probably one I liked the least. Because The Burning Girls is good too. I'd say those are my top three. The Chalk Man, The Gathering, and The Burning Girls. The Burning Girls is freaking good. I'm pretty sure all three of those were 5 stars. So I recommend. I'm very excited to see which comes out next. But I am up to date on CJ Tudor, which I'm very excited about, because I don't think there's any authors apart from Holly Jackson that I'm up to date on. No, not like fully up to date. I think they're the only two. So it's quite cool to be up to date, you know. But yeah, that's the end of Summerween Day 1 and Day 2. I'm going to wrap this up because I need to edit this for it to go up tomorrow, and then I need to start the biggest vlog of all, because the next vlog I'm doing is going to take me a while. Well, I say take me a while. I've got 2.5 days to read 3 books. So you'll see that soon. But yes, thank you very much for watching this video. If you made it to the end of the video, leave a... I don't know. Leave me an emoji of how your first and second day of Summerween went. Or just how your day were in general if you didn't take part in Summerween. Leave me an emoji for that. Like, subscribe if you're new, as we're on our way to 500 subscribers. And I'll see you tomorrow for another video.